All right, guys, here we're at Ferrero's Market in New Haven, and we're gonna do a little fun game here. What this is, an empty jug, and it's got a bunch of pieces of paper with different nutrition themes on it, and we're gonna see what we got and what we're gonna roll with today. We got breakfast. So what I'm gonna do for breakfast is, everybody's typical breakfast is always the nutrient denseless cream of rice and egg white meal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the opposite of that. We're gonna try to find and create the most nutrient dense breakfast possible. So those people who are into really healthy eating, lower carb, who wanna deliver the most amount of micronutrients as possible and make a breakfast at home that's full of flavor and taste, I'm gonna show you how to do that. So some of the veggies and things I'm choosing are very nutrient dense, very easy to digest. So we're gonna do something with spinach, and we're gonna cook it down so it's a little easier to digest and break down and to put it into breakfast. I also picked up an avocado. All those part of the FODMAP foods. It could be gas forming, but it's super nutrient dense, and it's got a lot of good flavor. And I can't wait to show you guys what I'm gonna throw it together for this breakfast meal. So I'm gonna pick up we're gonna add a citrus fruit to our mix, either an orange or grapefruit, but we're gonna go with an orange, because I like oranges. We're gonna pick up some sweet potatoes, and the why is they're very nutrient dense, got a good beta carotene, and we're gonna go over on exactly why I chose all these foods after. We're gonna go with some eggs. Egg yolks, very nutrient dense, very high choline, some good fats in there. Very, very, very good choice. So basically, egg whites are a good source of protein, cholesterol-free, fat-free, but they're nutrient-dense. They don't really offer you anything other besides just protein. So throwing in a yolk or two is important. In this particular breakfast idea, I'm gonna make sure everything in there is the most nutrient-dense pack possible. They used to think that dietary cholesterol was directly affected with your blood lipid cholesterol, but they're finding out to be incorrect. What's the difference is the combination of saturated fat and high carbohydrate, high sugars together create increased cholesterol, not dietary cholesterol. It's so weird, it's like all the things they teach you are like, oh, actually we're wrong. I know. So I decided to change up my fruit. I switched out with orange and strawberries. I thought strawberries would be a little more tastier for breakfast, and they're very low calorie for what you get, and they have a higher vitamin C amount than oranges. So we'll go with strawberries. Fruit's not bad, guys. I know everybody's afraid of fruit because of fructose, which we'll describe that in a little bit. All right, guys, so this is the micronutrient dense king breakfast. We're gonna make it relatively lower carb, very nutrient dense, moderate fat, high protein. And these are the ingredients that I chose, and we're gonna throw them together. I'm gonna show you in the end what it looks like. But first I'm gonna go over each individual ingredient and tell you the why, okay? I chose sweet potatoes to get a good healthy dose of beta carotene, very micronutrient dense, it's got fiber. Plus 4 or 5 ounces of sweet potato. We're gonna cook them very thinly like this and make almost like we're gonna air fry it and serve an egg on top of it, which I'll show you. but we're gonna do about 5 ounces of sweet potato. So this whole entire meal is gonna be about 40 grams of carbs, about 20, 25 grams of fat, and about 40 grams of protein. I chose the avocado. Avocado is like a superfood. It's got more potassium than bananas. It's very high in fiber, very high in monounsaturated fats. It's an excellent food source, packed with micronutrients. You can't get any more dense than that. We got our strawberries. The reason I chose strawberries is nice and sweet, good, flavorful, but extremely low calorie. It also contains a lot of polyphenols and antioxidants. So another very micronutrient dense fruit that doesn't exactly have, you know, not missing anything. We got tomatoes. I just added extra tomato in there for a little lycopene. Also a good potassium source. And I'm gonna cook those in a pan just lightly and add it to my little stack, which I'll show you. And I have to add a good nice green. One of my favorite greens to cook with and use is spinach. Generally like to cook spinach, the digestibility kind of increases. It's not as gas forming as it is when you eat it raw. It's very tolerable when you wilt it. So it's very easy to take 3 cups of spinach and wilt it down to almost nothing, but you still get all those powerful nutrients in there. Very high in folate, great for you, all right? So this is like micronutrient dense central. And obviously we have to add the egg yolks for the choline and the B12 and the good healthy fats, got the omega eggs here. So, and I also have to fill in the extra. And the extra is gonna be just the egg white, which virtually doesn't contain anything except protein. So that's like the nutrient dense list portion of this meal, besides just being virtually fat-free, carb-free protein source. So I'm gonna throw this together. I'm gonna show you guys what we're gonna come up with, but it's gonna be a great cooked, easy meal. And anybody can adopt this meal. Bodybuilder, anything, especially for cutting, but really anybody athlete looking to eat healthy, get a good micronutrient dense breakfast, and to get all to start the day right and have a good nutrition stuff is right here. And I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. You guys don't have to use this, but I recently got an air fryer. Basically I cut the sweet potatoes thin. Whoa, look at that. Cut the sweet potatoes thin, and what you do is you put them in there, put them in for 10, 12 minutes. What are that degrees? And they come out and they're a little crispy and they're nice and dry. But as you can see right here, they're done, cooked. You know, I didn't have to add any fats or anything like that, but they're gonna be nice and crispy. They go in like this and they come out like that. Perfect. And that'll be the base of our meal. So now we're gonna get cooking the eggs. One thing to note is like when people spray the pan, you spray the pan to prevent sticking. You don't cook the food in the spray. So some people use the spray to cook it in it like you're adding oil. You don't realize that the cooking spray is oil, it is fat. So like if you're sitting there doing this, the same thing as adding a tablespoon of butter or oil, you're adding all the calories back. So the beauty thing about sprays is you're able to get a small trace amount over area to spray it so it prevents sticking. That's what you want to use cooking sprays for. If you're cooking oils and you want to use oils, then use oils, not cooking sprays. All right guys, so finished the breakfast meal, cooked all the main ingredients. So here we got our sweet potatoes, they're air fried. They end up being about 4 ounces actually, so it might be a little bit under carbs we initially planned, but that's quite all right. We got our over easy eggs. Put a little spinach on them. I'm gonna take my tomatoes, which I kind of cooked them a little bit. And obviously you don't have to get quite sophisticated as much as I did to getting all these crazy nutrient stuff, but even the sweet potato, the egg, and the spinach and avocado would be plenty. Take the avocado. And we're adding 10 grams of fat of avocado. I already Pre-measured it. We got a little side of egg whites. I'm gonna put a little salt, a little pink Himalayan salt. Pepper on my egg whites. Boom. There's the complete meal. Just to review real quick, I chose the strawberries because they're very low calorie but very high in oxidant and polyphenols. Very sweet tasting, nice little thing to have in the morning, very refreshing. I chose the avocado because of the higher amount of saturated fats, fiber, and the content of micronutrients in there as well as the antioxidants. It's got more potassium than bananas. I chose the sweet potato for potassium and a complex carbohydrate and beta carotene. I chose the egg yolks, the whole eggs, because of the choline and the B12. And I had to fill in the remainder of the macros that I needed to fill in for the egg whites. Obviously the egg whites don't really contain as much micronutrients as the others, but it kind of fills and completes this whole meal together. So we got about 20 grams of fat total in this meal. We got 4 ounces of sweet potatoes, so roughly 25 grams of carbs. I added 10 grams of carbs of strawberries I already measured, so we're at like 35. Call a couple grams from avocado, so you're about close to 40. And then we're around 10, we're about 40 grams of protein total from egg whites and the 2 whole eggs together. So this is a perfect complete meal. You can easily adjust it to people's caloric requirements. If you're female, obviously you do much less egg whites, less avocado, maybe drop 1 egg or have more avocado to balance out the fat calories you might need. Then again, a female might be only eating 4 times a day, where a guy's eating 6 times a day. So you just gotta match it that way. But this is a great idea for breakfast, micronutrient dense. It beats your egg whites and cream of rice for breakfast and rolling out the door. That's kind of a thing in the past. It's great to get those calories in, but it doesn't offer you anything extra. This is where to go. This will fuel your day. All right guys, if you like my video, come check out my Size for 70 video that I made a while back where it talks about how to eat on a budget, and you guys won't be disappointed in that. It's very helpful. And if you have any questions, comment below.